cool little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using nigga songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That woo-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Because I know where it could go, and then the support system I got, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, nah. Just, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, all right, I ain't gonna say it's now. You got the weirdo. You know what I'm saying? You got the delusion. How you say it? Delusion of grandeur.
Delusions of grandeur.
You got Mr. Delusions of Grandeur. He keeps saying
Delusions of Grandeur. Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cook cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you use, that good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in. Make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you use. It's that knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you use, that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. We finna jump into this content, man. Munchie B says he will never sit down with Snoopy BA because he told on a crib. And TC speaks. Let's jump into this content, man. Munchie B and Snoopy B have had a quick little 1-2 step like Sierra over the years. They've had a lot of things going on between the two of them. So we finna jump into this content right no further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go. Shout out to Straight Politicking and Street TV. Alex Alonzo. Let's get into it. Let's go.
The buster. He don't want to sit down with me. He can't face me. He won't say it. The internet then gave these away. Then gave a hater a way to have a voice. See, back in the days before YouTube, before the internet, didn't have nothing. They just had to hate from the park. They had to hate from the backseat of their homie car. Now, make a free YouTube account and get on this mother and say some shit. You feel me? Now it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So this is the era where it's kind of hard to ignore certain things when you're trying to elevate and move past certain barriers.
And it's everywhere. Something wrong with Snoopy BA.
In this shit. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? You feel me? And it's a dude named Munchie B. He's one of them type. His whole shit was built on hating on Nipsey, hating on Draco. Everybody that was doing something his bitch ass wanted to do, he hated on. He don't hate on that don't make him feel insecure. He don't hate on that he's not jealous of. And even if he is jealous of a nigga, if the nigga will put him on a pedestal, he'll accept the nigga's flaws and the last smut. See, Munchie, I know you very well, bro. I understand you, bro. He gets on the internet, you know, he says all these things about me, you know what I'm saying? You know, he disrespects me. He says the most disrespectful things. I'm sure y'all see the things that he say, you know? So, you know, the whole point of this internet shit is to let the fans know we real niggas. to let the fans know that we are not on the internet just blowing smoke up there.
That's actually not at all the point of the internet. That's actually not the intended purpose of the internet. You guys use the internet for all the wrong reasons. That's actually not. The comments are not for your hate opinion. That's actually not what the comments for. The internet is not to prove you're a real ninja. It's actually not what the intended purpose of the internet is for. That's what you guys use it for.
No, we not doing that. Everything we say is gangsters and content creators, we stand on it. I sent her over $10,000, you know, for the kids. She make a post, get on there and say, that's what tricks do. So, you know, you treated me like a trick when I sent you money for my...
Bro, that's your kids. You can't get treated like a trick. Let's see. You can't get treated like a trick when it comes to taking care of your kids.
Kids, for real? Like I said, man, she just very verbally abusive, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to...
Now you out here getting verbally abused? All right, it's a lot going on.
...deal with it anymore, bro. Contacted the police, man. I called the police, bro.
Calling the police on your baby mama is crazy.
Bro, yes, I called the...
Calling the police on your baby mama because she's verbally abusive is crazy.
Police on her, bro. You feel me? And I gave them her phone number, the number that I have. I gave them her last address. You know, I told them, showed them all the posters, sent them the links. Like I said, when she put the crib Mac, I took that to the jaw, left her alone. Now that ain't work, she's blaming me and everybody else. She can't even take accountability for nothing she does. She can't even take accountability for her daughter. She's trying to find some kind of small hole to make me accountable for that. Like, I just don't get it, bro. So, you know, yes, I did. I called the police on my baby mama. And I sent them her Instagram.
I called the police on my baby
sent them her number. I sent her everything. They got everything. They got the old Crib Mac posters.
I sent the police my baby mama's Instagram and all that kind of stuff as well, baby.
They got everything she said about me. They got Crib Mac when he was threatening me for her. They have everything. I'm not gonna lie. They have it all. You know. So, you know, I called the police because she's threatening me with the police, saying she's making police reports on me, making everybody think I'm running for some charges that I'm not, and she keeps talking about me, lying about me on the internet, you know, when I'm trying to be nice about it. You know, when on my No Jumper interview, I didn't even bash her. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just did what I had to do, you feel me?
No, you don't never have to call the police on your baby mama, bro. Like, you don't never gotta do that. Never, 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 never.
Yes, I told on my baby mama. And it felt good. It felt like the right thing to do.
That nigga said, I told on my baby mama and it felt good. It felt like the right thing to do. That is a diabolical individual, bro. Telling on your baby mama and then smiling and saying it felt like the right thing to do. You a different type of nigga, bro. You's a different type of nigga, for sure, for sure.
We're not just blowing smoke up the public's ass. Right, Munchie? So I felt like it's only right that he give his fans and his supporters a chance for them to see the person that they admire, Munchie B, say exactly how he feel in Snoopy Badazz's face. And I want to see, and let them see how that turns out for them. I think it's only fair. If a nigga's sitting on the internet saying this nigga's a bitch, this nigga's a buster, this nigga's a mark, this nigga's a hoe, then the nigga say, well, okay, let's sit down and talk. And you decline, you's a bitch. I don't want you. Move on with your life, Snoopy.
Now, this has nothing to do with Munchie B. This has everything to do with my situation that I've been saying for a long time. I do personally feel like if you're going to talk about somebody on the internet, make yourself physically available for them. Or don't talk about it, because as far as anybody talking crazy about me, I'm very physically available. I'm very physically available. You can get exactly what you need, how you need it, what you looking for, big dog. You ain't got to make no video about me. We ain't got to go back and forth for 8, 9, 10, 15,000 weeks like y'all like to do that on YouTube. Y'all like to make videos and argue for 18,000 weeks. We ain't got to do none of that, bro. Tell me where you need to link up at. I'll be there. You can get off what you got to get off. If you want to talk to me and you want to do it for content and all that kind of stuff because that's what you into and that's how you get your freak on, all right, cool. But let's make it abundantly clear that this could be a face-to-face conversation, not no StreamYard, not no Zoom, not no FaceTime, no nothing like that. Make yourself physically available, and we can handle what we gotta handle. Because if you feel like you got that much animosity towards me, I need you to get that off your chest, big dog. I need you to get that off your chest. So all that talking and hiding behind and, oh, well, I ain't gonna say this, or I ain't worried about that, or you a nobody and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm cool on all that. I'm cool on all that. I don't need no excuse for nobody to want to get with me physically. So that is one thing that I do agree on 100%. If you want to talk about somebody, hey, make yourself available to be talked about.
Bad. Called the police. And I called the police right now to make my own report on my baby mama because she's lying, saying that police is looking for me. Police is that I tried to pimp on her daughter. So I called the police and made my own report.
Wait, you tried to what?
Called the police. And I called the police right now to make my own report on my baby mama because she's lying, saying that police is looking for me. Police is that I tried to pimp on her daughter. So I called the police and made my own report. And there is no warrant for me. There is no warrant for me.
Cop right there, looking crazy. This is wild work, boy.
So I'm gonna ask you to please stay off the internet creating false narratives and lying. Show your fans, my nigga, that Snoopy Badaazz is a buster, my nigga. Show your fans, my nigga, that you would look me in my eyes and call me a snitch and a bitch and all that disrespectful shit that you said on the internet about my dead little brother, nigga. We want to see you do that in my face, my nigga, because I for damn sure, I probably want to see it more than any goddamn body. You can bring two niggas from Inglewood family that's willing to get shot for your ass if you try something. Go ahead, I ain't tripping. I'm going to bring two niggas too. And if it crack off, I'm going to make sure I be the one get your ass.
Man, why would I sit down with you about anything and talk about anything?
Yeah, absolutely
That's
not.
counterproductive.
Yeah, I wouldn't even recommend to do that. For what?
It's counterproductive. If it was like when Deuce Hams and Young Ant was going back and forth, and I was pushing for them to, man, they need to holler, which they did. That's something different because they two solid people. Why would I sit down with a snitch?
Nah, Deuce Sims a smoker.
Told in open court and used his pointing finger and stated his name for the record and got somebody all that time in prison.
And you wasn't doing it to help. Let's just clear that. There was no... that's his narrative because he cannot deny that he did it. So now he explains it away by saying he did it to help the defendant when that was never even in motion.
Some guy came from the back of his truck. Feel me? Some guy came from the back of his truck, man, and I turned and started firing. You know what I'm saying? One guy went down, the other guy screamed like a chicken ran. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up fleeing the scene, you know, and that was that. You know, about a week later, you know, fast forward, you know, I get caught, you know what I'm saying, I fall for it. I end up in the county jail. You know, I end up in downtown Riverside County Jail. You know, I was booked.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So, you know, as I got booked and I got housed, you know, a whole bunch of guys was already in the county, man. They already knew about it. They already got the scheme on what was going on. You know, cats like, you know, Big Spider from 9-7 East Coast. You know, Hot Dog from 11-8 East Coast. Babyface from 11-8 East Coast. Big Dirt from 8-9 East Coast. A lot of cats already knew about what was going on. So they basically formed a circle of support around, you know what I'm saying, because nobody was really knowing, you know, who was who and what was what. So, you know, a lot of G dudes, man, formed a circle of support around me. They put me in the dungeon, and E5 back then, they used to do a quick module. 4 times went by, they ended up transferring me back downtown to Riverside, because I'm getting ready to start my trial now. So,
yeah, he was in Southwest Detention Center. That's where I seen Snoopy B at. Southwest Detention Center, Riverside County Jail.
They don't put me in the tower downtown, man, on the 4th floor, you know. So I'm back there, you know, at the time myself with the little rat tone from Fun Hill Compton crib. And so, you know, one day, man, we sit in the cell chilling, we talking, man, and a kite come up under my door. You know what I'm saying? It's from the 3rd floor. You know, me and my celly was in the cells, you know, just chopping it up, talking, you know, about some things. And, you know, this celly at this time was, you know, Raton from Funhood Compton. And, you know, I get a kite up under the door. It's from like a few young homies that's downstairs on the 3rd floor. I was on the 4th floor at this time. It was from A.B. Bowak from Park Village, Lil Gangsta Jake from Fire Trey Avalon, and Sad Face from Fire Trey Avalon. And I'm reading the kite, man, and you know, Bowak, you know, he's like, yeah, man, I'm in the cell with this dude, man, named Sly Blue, this and that, and this, and you know, he's like real shifty and acting strange, and you know, and it's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I guess Bowak had got the cord and from the DA because he was in the cell with this Melvin Banks guy. He got the cord, he got this dude's booking number, and you know, when they went to rec, when they went, you know, to go program and recreation, Bowak stayed back and go, you know, call the number on the cord. You know what I'm saying? And so when he called the number on the cord, it's the district attorney who's prosecuting my case. You know what I'm saying? This guy's name was District Attorney John McKee. And yeah, so, you know, Bowak, man, he calls the number, you know what I'm saying? And District Attorney think that Bowak is Melvin Banks. He's like, yeah, Mr. Banks, you know, I'm glad you called me, man. And, you know, we knew about your 664, you know, and...
Oh, this is tricky.
This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to set up something to where we can have that case dropped, charges on that case dropped, in exchange for your testimony against Damian Foster.
I was locked up on my own attempted murder at the time. I ended up catching my own attempted murder or whatever, right? I'm not following that case. I'm not nothing going to court, nothing behind that case, right? So on one of my court dates, going to handle my business for my attempted murder that I'm fighting with my co-defendant, you know, they say my name in the holding tank.
Along with you being released, right? So Bowak like, yeah, okay, for sure, good looking. You see what I'm saying? He said, man, look, keep in contact with me, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? They hang up. So the whole time, they talking to Bowak, thinking he's talking to Melvin Banks. You know what I'm saying? Close to 3 weeks past, I'm getting ready to start my jury selections.
Y'all see how tricky this jail stuff can get, bro?
You know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning, man. It's like about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. They popped me out like, man, you got court. And another homie that was in the pod with me was Big Gus from Form Dog. And we all go out. So when we going out the pod to go to the court tank, to the court line, with me, Gus, Munchie Wayne from Louis Park, Lil Red Fox from Backstreet, Concrete from Pomona Mafia, TK from Pomona Mafia, KO from Peblos. We all going up in the court tank. You know, it's a gang of other cats up in there, blacks, Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? We all up in there, so we all greeting each other like, you know, trying to get the feel of who's who. So we, you know, I see this little dude in the back of the tank, you know, looking all feminine and shit. I go back there, hit some guys up, I see him. I'm like, hey man, where you from? What they call you? He tells me, yeah, I'm Sly Blue. You know what I'm saying? From Woo Wow Woo, neighborhood crib. I'm like, oh, in my mind, I'm like, this the guy right here. You know what I'm saying? He was sitting there in the tank. So I'm like, okay. I say, hey man, you know who I am? He's like, nah, man, I don't know who you is. I'm like, man, I'm TC, man, I'm from Avalon, bro. At this time, man, I was young, active, and I was on my bullshit, my Avalon Crip tip. I'm like, I'm from Avalon, bro, I'm TC, I'm the one did that. So I'm thinking when I say this, he's gonna go on a crash course collision.
Because typically that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to go ahead and get into all that. Let me run that back real quick.
I'm like, okay. I say, hey man, you know who I am? He's like, nah, man, I don't know who you is. I'm like, man, I'm TC, man, I'm from Avalon, bro. At this time, man, I was young, active, and I was on my...
Right there with you being from neighborhood crib, him being from Avalon, you're supposed to know that you got what you got.
Bullshit, my Avalon crib tip. I'm like, I'm from Avalon, bro, I'm TC, I'm the one did that. So I'm thinking when I say this...
Yeah, you're supposed to be the one that's go ahead and get him cracking. You feel me? Let me see. All right. Let me see. Let's get the rest of this.
On a crash course collision. Nothing happened.
TC, bro. Dead homies, nigga. And I was wrong, and I was wrong for trying to help his bitch ass. Because guess what? He was all cool in the hood tank. Like, yeah, man, I need you to help me, man. And I tried to help him.
And this dude you ran into?
Yeah.
You ran into him where?
In the county jail, shackled up in the holding tank. Yeah.
Got down?
There was nothing to get down for. He came at me with a Bible. He was like, man, he's like, look, bro, I need, like...
Dog, listen
I know.
what is you saying right now?
When I see the in the holding tank or whatever, he was like...
All right, man, we're going to let y'all watch the rest of this on Street TV. Big shout out to Alex Alonso. The many lies of Snoopy Badface. Munchie B will never sit down with this dude because apparently it's too much smut. We up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's free avenue, so he's free. We go.